whether they're hauling water, whether they're hauling hydrochloric acid, whether they're hauling gum, whether they're hauling something else. So just think about this. Next. And then the sand comes. And why do they need sand for fracking? Yeah, because they go in there and it's like getting a jack, you know, and you jack this up and then you say, oh, I'm going to take the jack out. What happens? Well, the thing goes back down. Well, the earth does that too. So they jack it up and then they stick sand in there and they say, sand will hold that open. So it's also technically called propant. But I just like this one because this is the trucks at night. And yes, they are cruising. And this was just from a couple of nights ago. I was driving home and they were cutting through. That's our town square. So yes, day and night. Okay, next slide. Fluid storage tanks, they do not haul fluid in these. You'll see they just have a single wheel in the back. They could not haul that much weight on that single wheel. But these are used on site to hold either water and or flowback fluid or chemicals on site. So next slide. They need lots of those. This is a site very near us. It's kind of a staging area, and there's about 75 to 120 of those on there. And those are just the orange ones. I don't know where they stored the yellow ones, but the yellow ones are somewhere else. Next slide. They set those tankers in place to get ready for the frack job. Next slide. And then fracking begins. And for those of you who have heard drilling and thought that's loud, when it gets to fracking, it's kind of like, anybody notice when trucks go down a hill, sometimes it's called a jake brake or a compression brake? That's what fracking sounds like. All day, all night. It's that bop, 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 and it's kind of like a really loud compressor. But they're just about to start that on the well that's near us. Next slide. So then some of that water comes back. Put about 5 gallons down the hole. 5 million gallons down the hole. About 1 million gallons comes back, and that has to be hauled